Good morning, everybody. This is Christine Walgus with the National Weather Service office in Paducah. I want to thank you all for joining this morning. I know you guys are all busy trying to make decisions regarding the impending winter weather that is going to be moving into the area. So I appreciate you taking the time to get these weather updates. And we're going to wait a few seconds here for everybody to get on board. And hey, Jeff, thank you. So I'm going to get started because there's a lot of you already here and I don't want to keep you guys waiting. So if I have to repeat things for people that are coming in late, I will definitely do so. So this is what's going to be happening. Obviously, the cold air is right on our doorstep. It's going to be moving in today, and we're going to give you the skinny on how everything is going to unfold over the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay. So as you probably already know, a good chunk of our area is in a winter storm warning. The other chunk of the area is in a ice storm warning. So the area is in pink. The county is in pink from Poplar Bluff to Cape Girardeau to Marion up into Edwards and Wabash counties in Illinois. All those counties in pink are in a winter storm warning. And that goes until midnight Thursday night is when that expires. And then the purplish color is the ice storm warning. And that runs until 6 a.m. Friday, so a little bit longer time frame as the system continues to move out. And so as we'll talk about here in the next couple of slides, we'll talk about how we think things are going to unfold. And the main thing that I want us to basically get across is that no matter what area you're in, there's going to be major travel disruptions, whether you're in freezing rain, whether you're in sleet, or later on tomorrow when you get into some snow, especially across Illinois and Missouri. It's just not going to be a day to be out and about, if at all possible. Power outages, cannot be ruled out. We are worried about people with alternate heat sources and utilizing those alternate heat sources correctly. We have seen in the past where that is a major, major issue. So if you all can help us getting that word out is very, very important as we go through the next day and a half here. All right. So everybody wants to know the timing of the changeover. Well, I just checked the latest observations, and the colder air, the sub-freezing air, is now moving into Perry County, Missouri and Perry County, Illinois. It's just eking into our area. And so we're going to see that continue to ooze southward and southeastward across the area today. And through the afternoon hours, the best chances to see temperatures at freezing or below, so chances for freezing rain and sleet, are going to be across portions of southeast Missouri and southern Illinois. And so there's a good fetch of southerly winds on the other side of the front, and that is going to be keeping things above freezing across much of the day across Kentucky and a good chunk of Indiana. So it's going to take a while for that cold air to finally, move into the rest of the area. So by about 6 p.m. this evening, we're expecting the freezing line to be somewhere in the vicinity from like Sikeston, maybe to far southern Illinois, like Vienna, up through and near the Wabash River in southeast Illinois, southwest Indiana. So like Princeton, Indiana, somewhere in there. So kind of cutting our area in half there from southwest to northeast. So a good chunk of Illinois, southern Illinois, a good chunk of southeast Missouri should already be in the colder air by 6 p.m. this evening, which means you're already going to be dealing with freezing rain and sleet during that time frame. Okay. Now, as we head into the nighttime hours from 6 p.m. to, say, midnight, that colder air is going to continue to push southeast. So from Paducah to Evansville, that area, we're going to be seeing that changeover somewhere in the night during the evening hours. And then it's going to take into tomorrow morning before the far southeast parts of the area are going to see that changeover. And really in, the southern Pennyroyal, it might be later on tomorrow before that colder air is able to move into that area. Okay. And so that's your time frame there. Again, give or take, this is going to change. This is going to waffle a little bit as that front decides how fast it wants to move and where it wants to move. But the one thing I wanted to mention is that there could be a lull in precipitation, especially across portions of southeast Missouri and southern Illinois late this afternoon into early this evening. So it kind of comes in a couple batches. Obviously, you guys are seeing the showers that are around right now. That will continue through today and into the afternoon hours. But that area of rain or that area of precipitation should tend to move off. And again, we might see a little bit of a lull. Maybe not so much in West Kentucky and Southwest Indiana, but maybe across parts of Southern Illinois and Southeast Missouri. And then the next batch of precip is going to come in overnight tonight into Thursday, and that's going to last through the day on Thursday and then get on out of here during the nighttime hours Thursday night and be completely out of here by Friday morning. Okay, so that's hopefully will help us out a little bit. So these are the expected snowfall and sleet accumulations for the area. Again, the better chances for snow is going to be across parts of Southeast Missouri and Southern Illinois and parts of Southwest Indiana. And the changeover to snow will probably not occur until Thursday morning, like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So you're going to be dealing with freezing rain and sleet issues. When it finally does change over today into tonight, you're going to be dealing with that. And again, if you have that lull, that would kind of help things a lot. But the colder air, the deeper colder air, it really doesn't get here till tomorrow. So as far as snow is concerned, that's going to be a tomorrow issue. And as you get into West Kentucky, the snowfall amounts are really negligible at this point, again, unless the colder air gets in here quicker. Then we got more residence time of the colder air in here with the deeper moisture, which would leave more snow. But right now, we're more concerned about freezing rain in parts of West Kentucky and parts of Southwest Indiana. Maybe the Missouri Boot Hill is where we're most concerned with the freezing rain potential, maybe less sleet. But again, if that waffles a little bit, you know, we've got those considerations to think about. So on the left, you'll see a graphic showing you what is the chances of seeing greater than 2 inches of snow. So these are our probability graphics. So it's trying to show you, okay, what's the probabilities of receiving 2 inches of snow or more? And obviously you can see that's highest from, say, Perryville up to Mount Vernon, but anywhere from Poplar Bluff to Marion up to northwest Evansville, you know, those amounts, or those percentages are a little bit higher. When you get into chances of 4 inches of snow or more, the graphic on the right, you can see that those numbers really, the percentages really dwindle off. So the heavier snowfall is up near St. Louis, Farmington, northwest of Mount Vernon. That's where your heaviest snowfall amounts are expected at this time. And again, you see the area that we're concerned about sleet across the middle sections of our area. Again, Poplar Bluff, Marion, Evansville, up in those areas. So this is the expected ice accumulations. As I just mentioned earlier, the highest probabilities for freezing rain and ice accumulations is going to be across parts of West Kentucky. So you can see those ice accumulations there. You know, ice storm warning criteria really is 0.25 of an inch. But because we're mixing with sleet and snow at times, that's why the parts of Illinois and Missouri are not under the ice storm. We're more confident of seeing pure freezing rain and ice accumulations across parts of the Missouri Boot Hill or far southeast Missouri, Madrid, Mississippi counties, maybe far southeast Illinois into southwest Indiana, and then all of western Kentucky is what we're looking at there. And these might be on the high side. I know you've seen different maps of, maybe not so high, and then this is high. Really, it doesn't matter. Even you get, numbers above 1/4 inch of ice, it's going to be bad as far as travel. And, if we can get that ice to accumulate on power lines and things like that, the higher probabilities of having power disruptions is going to be across West Kentucky. But again, anywhere across the area is not going to be good to be traveling, especially as you head into, tonight. Okay, so the potential for a 1/4 inch of ice or more is the graphic that you see on the left, and that is percentages. So you can see the areas highlighted in red, obviously from Paducah to Evansville, far southeast Missouri, far southeast Illinois, have the greater percentages of seeing, better potential of seeing greater than a 1/4 inch of ice accumulation. And then when you get up to the greater than 1/2 inch of ice accumulation, it really narrows it down to just parts of West Kentucky is what we're most concerned about there. All right, I'm just going to kind of breeze over this slide here. We do have the potential for some moderate to locally heavy rain at times to develop, and that's going to be most probable across parts of West Kentucky. We've been mentioning this for the last couple of days now that there might be some issues, but again, we're not dealing with major rainfall amounts here, so just something to keep an eye on. All right, a lot of people are wondering about wind gusts, and the winds are going to be strongest today across parts of West Kentucky, probably strong south winds on the other side of that cold front. That's going to be very gusty across West Kentucky. But then as you go into the day on Thursday, as everybody switches over to northerly or northwesterly winds. Those winds are going to be gusting, probably sustained 15, upper teens, 15 to 20 miles an hour, and you have some higher gusts in there. These are the highest wind gusts. These are your peaks. So we could see some peak wind gusts in the 30s, the low 30s across Illinois and Missouri, maybe 25 to 30 elsewhere. Temperatures, high temperatures tomorrow, pretty much below freezing for everywhere except for the southern Pennyroyal region of western Kentucky. So Madisonville, south of Madisonville, you may still be above freezing on Thursday, but that won't last for long. That cold air will continue to move into that area. And low temperatures on Thursday nights, the graphic you see on the right. Everybody's going to be in the teens to around 20 for Thursday night's temperatures, so pretty cold. High temperatures on Friday, the graphic you see on the left there. Some places across the southern parts of the area, Murray, Poplar Bluff, Madisonville, or Hopkinsville may see or may touch freezing for a little while tomorrow or Friday afternoon. But by and large, it's going to be a very cold day. And then low temperatures on Friday night, single digits to low teens are expected. Wind chills, again, with those strong winds on Thursday, there are wind chills in parts of southern Illinois and southeast Missouri going to be in the single digits, and even colder as we head into Friday morning. Again, those low temperatures are going to be even colder, so the winds may not be as great, but the actual air temperatures are going to be pretty darn chilly. So 2 very cold mornings to be dealing with, especially Friday morning. Okay, so in summary, we have ice storm and winter storm warnings in effect through Thursday. Again, the possibility of some heavy rain before it changes over to the wintry mix. So, it's time now. If you have travel plans, I know I've had several people contact me and said, should I go out? And again, it's really important to make sure that you're keeping track of road conditions. We are in contact with all of the state DOT, Departments of Transportation. They all know what's going on. They all been planning this for the last couple of days now. So they're going to be doing their very best to make sure that those roads are as good as possible. But as we all know, they can't get everywhere. So make sure you're weather ready, keeping your emergency kits up to date, stocking your own. If you're going to be going out, making sure that you are prepared if something happens and you get stuck. And as I mentioned before, review the safe use of any alternate heat sources if people lose power. It's very important people understand you can't run your generator inside your house. You can't bring your gas grill inside your house. It's just carbon monoxide is deadly, and it has taken several lives over the years when it comes to winter events like this. So again, we've got some graphics that we've been sending out on social media, and we encourage you to do the same if you can to make sure that people are understanding the potential threat that is going to be arriving here the next few hours. So again, this is another graphic you guys are more than welcome to grab and send back out. Or again, especially the emergency managers online today, I know you all are very good about sending out information when it comes to these types of storms. So please continue to do so. And one last slide. If you all are interested in helping out, there's an app on both Apple and Android called MPing, just like it sounds, MPING. And basically it's a crowdsourced app that you can report precipitation types, and that can be extremely helpful for us to know what is happening in your specific area. It'll, you put your location on, and it'll kind of plot your particular weather type as soon as you send it. So it's very helpful for us to kind of know where those sleet reports are, where it's freezing rain, where it might be starting to snow. So just something I thought I would pass along. It'd be very helpful in many different ways to helping us get through this event and seeing what's going on in your neck of the woods. So I think that's all I have for you all. Are there any questions on what we went over?